Welcome to my world, motherfucker. Yo, just talk to these niggas, man. Got Rev in the house. Yeah. Oh man, shit's sick. Okay. Hey yo, ain't nothing like this here, man. Rhyme with the soldiers, man. Yo, you about to wake up. It's time to wake up. Chasing that money, it's time to cake up. Looking good in the Jacob, no makeup. Like T-Pain, man, we gon' drink up. So put your drink up, them hoes gon' thank us, nigga. Cause I'ma ride on the camera, man, I'ma shine with the dancers, blowing my cancer. Niggas like he HD enhanced. She love me, she want me to get married now. She acting like I'm trying to give her kids and she crazy, she don't know me. I ain't a friend, her boyfriend or her homie. Don't text me, girl, don't stress me, girl. Just cause you really wanna sex me, girl, it's alright, but don't upset me, girl. Ain't nothing like it, man. Ain't nothing like it, man. I'm gonna tell you. Oh no. Let me fix my motherfucking hat. Shout out to all my Facebook viewers. Hey baby. Yo, I'm about to go on. I'ma flow on. Y'all niggas acting like I'ma flow wrong. But when I palm that 38 snub, pop him in his face, all you gon' see is blood. These niggas been the bitches, don't know I hold a lot of grudges. There's no love. When we spend it all, man. There's no budget. We ain't budging. I'm still thugging. And I put that on my favorite cousin. Nigga, these niggas talk it like, but they wasn't. Nigga, ain't nothing like it, man. Ain't nothing like it, man. Oh, man. We got Rev in the house. Know what I mean? We got Rev in the house. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, yo. Y'all can say whatever, cause we gon' make the cheddar. And we gon' get it, don't break the cheddar. Let's stick together, and we can do this shit and make music in the movement forever. Yeah, through eternity, chickens acting like they really gon' roll with me. She acting like I earned for free. Man, fuck is wrong with her? Fuck the what wrong with her? Trying to get along with her. Nigga can't hug her, can't kiss her. Shit, it's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like it, man. We got Rev in the house. Rhyme with the soldiers, man. Shout out to Pom Pom. You already know. Word, free that nigga DJ too while I'm at it, man. Word, ain't nothing like it, man. Ain't nothing like it, man. We got Ann in the house. Word, holla back, man.